Welcome to your Spelling Netcast for this week. Make sure that you have your proper tools here ready to go. And remember, we're doing this to make you better readers and writers. Not just to be better spellers, but readers and writers. Make sure you have your glue stick, your beautiful pair of scissors. We'll keep those up here. A pencil, nice and sharp, so that you can do some writing. Your zip top bag for for putting your words in after you've cut them out. Your spelling book, and of course, your spelling words. So let's get started. Looks like we're doing Latin roots. Looks like we're doing the DIC, the AUD, and the VIS. Prefix, or the roots, I should say. Remember, roots are the beginnings of the words, or the base word, the word that everything else goes around to make out other words. I guess you could say that. So, let's get this cut out. I like to cut off this top here. Let's leave that out. And then I always like to cut out the exemplars without cutting them all the way out. That way we can write them. And then I go straight up this side and straight up the other side. And then I cut them right out. Now this is going to be an interesting one because the DIC, AUD, VIS roots we see quite a bit. And we should know kind of what they're talking about as we go through these. It's going to kind of give us an idea by looking at a couple different words. But what you need to remember is by adding a prefix or a suffix to some of these words. Oh, look at, we got a bonus empty word here. But by adding some prefixes and suffixes, we actually can change the meaning and make it pretty cool. So make sure you get your words cut out. Hopefully you either have them already cut out or you're cutting these babies out right now while I'm doing this. Make sure you spread them all out so we can see them all. All right. Just spread them around your book. That way when you go to write it, then you can find it. All right, I like to cut off this little piece, leave that. And we'll zip this right up across the top here with your glue stick. Put that up here. We need to keep this on here so you know which words you've done and that you can review them if you need to. So, let's get to writing. I always like to leave a couple spaces here so that you can write out, so we can write out some meanings. So we're going to do DIC underline, AUD underline, VIS underline. And now once you've got all those, then we can take and cut these and put them straight into our zip top bag. Okay? That way we've got them for later. Hang it on the fridge, do whatever you need to. All right, so we've got DIC, AUD, VIS. Now let's look at these words because I think we're going to be able to tell what they mean by some of the words that we associate with them. So I'm going to take this one out and we're going to do dictate. D-I-C-T-A-T-E. Underline that. What is dictate? Think about that for a second. Let's do audible. A-U-D-I-B-L-E. A-U-D. Audible. So we got dictate, audible, and the VIS. What do you think we're going to do on that one? Of course, we're going to do vision. V-I-S-I-O-N. V-I-S-I-O-N. So let's look and see what these words mean now. Okay, I'm going to take these, and if you want to put these in your zip top bag, you can. I'm going to set them off to the side, and I'll do that in just a bit. Dictate, audible, vision. So when we are, well, let's start with the easy one, the one that you know. What is vision? That is right. VIS is to see. So vision, if I have vision, good vision, that means I'm able to see it. Okay? Because the ION, as you know, it forms an action. So it is a vision. I see a vision. I have vision. It's a condition. All right? That's what ION is. So to see, I have the condition of seeing. That's what vision is. So audible, we know that able means able to be, able to what? If it's audible, that means I can hear it. Exactly. To hear. So I'm able to hear if it's audible. Okay? And we'll go over a couple other ones so you can see what I'm talking about there. Dictate. So dictate, this one's an interesting one because we talk about dictate quite a bit, especially on some of our tests. Because one of the things that we have to do in our test is dictate to you. So dictate is to speak, right? Or say. So if I'm dictating something to you, that means I am saying something to you. I'm trying to think of what the 8 is, but no, I can't seem to see it. But to dictate is to speak. All right. Let's see if I can find ATE status. No. Forming an adjective, and you know what an adjective is, right? So it's to speak or to say. All right, because an adjective is it names an attribute or it describes, it modifies this. Okay, so to see or to speak or to say. All right? All right, so let's get on to another word. Let's go to this one right here. Let's go to auditorium. Auditorium. Okay? Auditorium. A-U-D-I-T-O-R. You better make sure that you get this spelled right also. U-M. So odd, it's to hear. So auditorium is a place, right? And so an auditorium is a place that you hear somebody speak. Interesting. Interesting. Let's do another one here. Let's do let's do prediction. Prediction. Now this is an interesting one because if DIC is to speak or to say, anybody know what the prefix pre means? It means before, right? To say before. So remember the TION? It's the action of. So prediction is the act of predicting. So, or saying before. How interesting is that? Now, if we even go further with that one, we'll look at unpredictable. Unpredictable. So we do the DIC in the middle. Un means not. Speaking before or saying before. So it's unpredictable. So you can't say it before. You can't predict. You can't see what's going to happen before. That's kind of cool. All right, so let's do another one here. Let's look at, let's go into this one right here. Supervisor. Let's go into devise. Supervise or supervisor. So what supervisor is, so let's take this apart. We take out we have the VIS, which means to see, and super means above, or, over, because Superman is over our head, I guess you could say. To superimpose is to put something over. So, to see over, and OR is a suffix that means one who does this. So, it is one who looks over us. How cool is that? Supervisor. It's someone who looks over us. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's do one more. Contradict. Contradict. D-I-C is there. Contra is not a common prefix, but it means against speaking, or it means against what people are saying. So if we contradict somebody, we are going against what they're saying. So that one's cool also. There's a couple more in here, but we need to get into this one right here. And it looks like we have two of these. Sweet. Laudable. Laudable. This one's an interesting because AUD is not a root word in here. So this one right here is a oddball. Laudable. Because laudable, L-A-U-D, is actually the root word. And so we've got to be careful with that one. Laudable actually means praiseworthy. So this is praise. So praiseworthy is laudable. So if your actions are laudable, that means they're praiseworthy. That means that you did a great job. Okay? All right. So there's our words for today. So now your job is to take the rest of these words here, make sure you say them, write them in, underline the prefix, and I want you to try to figure out what those words mean. So that when I ask you, you will know what they mean. But there is, oh, you know what? There is one tricky word in here that I need you to check out. It's edict. No, I don't want you to worry about that one. We won't worry about it. Find out what it means. You look it up. All right. Get your stuff done. Make sure you get these cut out and put into your zip top bag for your homework tomorrow night. Okay? See ya.